everyone, Susie here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we're going to go over the update content preview, and there's some dev insights, which they seem to be changing a little bit. Alright, so dev insights, it looks like they are doing something a bit different. They're going to be more in-depth and maybe choose less questions to answer, but take the time to be pickier about those replies, which is really good to see, honestly. I'd rather have them answer 10 questions really well than 35, 40 questions that are a hot mess. So that's good. Kidding, not kidding. You guys know some of those questions are pretty funny before, or the answers are pretty funny before, or they just show the same question 5 times and then show the same answer 5 times, which is not needed. But first, we have to talk about this. So I did not go over this yesterday because I didn't open the game yesterday after this had popped. I opened it in the morning before reset, and then this morning I opened before reset to do my dailies. But in between times, I didn't even play yesterday. Yesterday was pretty busy. I had got my hair did. My roots are less obvious. We're touching things up here. We're trying to get all spruced up again, and I adjusted my setup, so this is a little different too. I wanted to get my microphone back on this side, which I've never done before, but I don't know if it's gonna feel awkward or not. But this is the side I always turn to, but my mic has always been the opposite side. Anyway, that's a little personal update, hair update, life update, face still derpy. That's my update there, or here. But now, update content preview. So, what are we going to be adding to the game? Any big updates? Little updates? I don't know what to expect, but let's roll. Oh wait, before we roll, there's a little friendly reminder, shameless plug for my other YouTube channel. I did start posting on a Suzi Plays RPGs channel for, well, Monster Hunter Wilds, and there's a Game of Thrones game that was in demo version that's coming out soon that looks so good, and I really want to play that. I feel like it'll be a really good complement to playing Watcher of Realms as my one main gacha game, and then playing stuff that's completely different on the side, and let Watcher be my focus for gacha now, especially with, you know, working for Fateless and Godforge coming out later. I don't want anything else to distract from Watcher and Godforge, minus the occasional sponsorship that we'll have some fun with and still try other games, but I kind of want to focus on Watcher better and not get too much of that gacha burnout. It can be a lot of the same thing over and over again, and I felt like it was time for a change, so make sure you're subscribed to that channel if you haven't already, because I will be doing more live streams, so you could also join me on Twitch, or both at the same time, because the views help. Oh wait, I'm going to cut in here right now early on to say we're going to do a summoning party this weekend. Let's do a Friday summoning party. It's going to be an early one, and I will put the exact time maybe on this video right now on the screen. I don't know. If not, it'll at least be in my Discord because I have a section for that, and I do mention it again at the end of the video, so stay tuned. We will have a Friday summoning party. All right, for real. Content preview, exciting news. Commanders, our latest update drops on 3/10, bringing you new faction trial stages, the next thrilling season of Guild War, new artifacts, and more. Scroll down for all the details. So I do have access to the faction trials stages on the test server, but I didn't think it was appropriate or like fitting to do those because no one has access to them. I can understand something big like the Guild Boss Drake's Chasm, a new Abyss level, wanting to geek out on that and people to plan ahead of time and start building the right heroes or whatever, or farming the right gear, or yeah. But when it comes to the faction trials, I kind of felt like that was more like, let's wait until the day that they're actually in the game and they're available, because that's when people are going to be trying to do that and will really want to watch a video to help them. So, yeah. So, again, new faction trials, new artifacts, new Guild War season. Okay. New challenges in Faction Trial available after the update. So Faction Trials will introduce stages 13 through 15, where 15 is a boss stage. The Watcher and the Esotericist Faction Trials will be available first, with the other ones launching later. So only Watcher and Esotericist. Boss phases. Oh boy. So Watcher obviously is going to be very interesting. I feel like it might be one that really requires Ingrid or something super OP, or a high-ranked Lucius, like an A5 Lucius or an Ingrid to complete. But honestly, at the end of the day, when it comes down to faction trials type content, I think the hardest stages should require you to start getting more niche heroes, because that's kind of the point. It shouldn't be able to do the hardest content that's supposed to be more and more and more endgame with the basic heroes that you already have had, or only with epics or whatever. I think it should be hard. So I do expect there to be a bit of a block. And not necessarily like you need one hero to get it done, but if you need like Ingrid or Lucius, but not both, something like that, for example, I think that's okay for the hardest stages. But if it's like you need Ingrid or you can't do it, then that's obviously not ideal. So hopefully it's not that hard. I'm sure there's going to be ways around it. There always is. We might not figure them out right away, but we figure them out later. Same thing, Trial of Esotericus, I could see finally bringing my Boreas into the mix. I think I actually did bring him into the mix on my other one. But there's been a lot of interesting Esotericus added, so I think this will be a fun one to do. All right, Trial of the Watchers. Oh, we're talking about it. Hey! Stage 13 through 15, monsters will receive enhancement effects from other monsters. Some monsters can ignore block effects. Recommended commanders to use a long range or unlimited range attacks. Heroes with knockback or control abilities are also effective. Okay, so they really did cater this to new heroes. Eris is a great shout here. He's really good. That is a hero I definitely need to play with. I've seen him do amazing things, especially in Arena. He's a badass. So if you need Eris or Lucius or Idril, but you can get away without Ingrid, that'll be okay. And I love the idea of making Callista and Edith and Borat more viable and necessary as well. That's a good shout. And heroes with control, stuns, we got Sun Wukong, but we also have a few others here. So that's a cool shout as well. I like the suggestions. It looks like we're going to have some options. Oh, here we go. And the boss, Lucius, just like I said, and Kagiri. Oh, yeah. The boss trial will periodically gain damage increase and damage reduction buffs. Commanders are recommended to use offensive dispelling heroes to counter this mechanic and dispel the boss's buffs in time. Fair enough. I like it. All right, Trial of the Esotericus. The trial sees a large number of monsters. Commanders can counter these monsters with high block defender heroes. These stages have high survival pressure, so it's recommended to use heroes that can provide unlimited ranged healing to increase the team's survivability. All right, very much catering to the heroes that can shine. Obviously, the Lord, it should be catered toward a Lord. But if you don't have a Cyrus, hopefully Venoma or Raiden is good enough as the Lord position. But using a Trusk and or Ardeth, I like that as well. And then a good use for Ezrin could certainly be, I don't know. Yeah. Welcome. So, let's see. The boss in the Trial of Esotericus stage increases its attack speed with consecutive attacks on the same target. This effect can be reset by disarm. Commanders are recommended to add heroes with disarm abilities to the team. The boss can also steal rage from your allied heroes and reduce their rage regen. Interesting. So you need regen boosting to counteract that. Rage regen boosting, regen. Elowen and Laurel will be perfect. And yeah, I would love a use for Seraphina. Not gonna lie, if I have to build her for this, I'm open to that. All right. New artifacts. Moving on. available after the update. The Mask of Dark Desire. Mask of Dark Desire increases Lord Phineas's damage against burning targets. Basic attack reduces damage dealt by targets, and Blade of Treachery also reduces damage dealt by targets. Okay, he's pretty interesting, actually. I'm curious about him. I saw a lot of, like, meh hate, like he doesn't do as much damage as you'd expect, but then I've also seen him in some super endgame and hard content and interesting places. Like, I feel like I've even seen him in Arena. So I'm curious to see how this will fare compared to others. And then Valderon is getting his own exclusive Chaotic Doom Blade. Further increases Valderon's damage. The effect doubles when HP is low. When Valderon gains 1 stack of Chaotic Vitality, it also inflicts vulnerability physical damage on nearby enemies. And then Sentinel's Eye for Iovar increases his single target damage. When the ultimate is activated, each of Iovar's flying swords grants certain penetration. All right, I like it. He's so good. I really want him one of these days. And they're adding a generic defender one called Cadaver Dagger. Increases max HP and damage for defender heroes. After taking damage, these effects double for a certain duration. Okay. And then we have Guild Wars Season 8. Heroes with exceptional attack range are going to be the key. So this is definitely one that is an Ingrid-friendly one again, which they can't make everyone impossible for Ingrid, but I feel like you can't just negate a hero, right? People would be pretty annoyed. But this one, I don't know, this one's interesting. So the defense tower, maybe not Ingrid, but the defense central keep, yes, Ingrid. Definitely Ingrid for that one. Central keep will be Ingrid teams. Defense tower will be like maybe quirky stuff like Ajax or Boreas or I don't know. AI still can be great, I'm sure, because she can prevent stuff from coming around with her. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This looks like the other one we've had. Maybe not, but I think so. Yeah. Positioning's gonna be interesting here. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Oh boy. And then Demon Soldier. Oh wait. 31st. I was like, wait, it didn't start now. We're still in the middle of another season, right? Right? I forgot to update my gear on my free-to-play account. My characters are gonna be terrible for this Guild War. It's fine. Okay. New season, exclusive Demon Soldiers. A Chaos Shaman periodically grants enhanced basic attack to nearby grounded Demon Soldiers. The enhancement effect gains a bonus on Demon Soldiers of the Mark of Chaos ability. And there will be an emote and a new avatar border. That is a very nice avatar border. People will like that one. Gladiator's Gauntlet, of course, will be back. Oh, wow. I love that AI skin. Oh my gosh. I'll always call her AI. She's artificial intelligence. Alright, guild banner pattern, a fresh chat bubble. Oh my god, the chat bubble! Guys, we have to try hard. We gotta try hard. I was so sad that the first round of Gladiator's Gauntlet last time we did not even get through. I really wanted that Maul skin. It's a bummer there's no other way to get it, but to be fair, that is what makes these things unique. There should be unique cosmetics for placing and doing hard content or just participating better than the average player. Should definitely reward people with unique customizable or like, yeah, just cosmetic stuff, because at least you're not making it unfair advantage. You're just doing something that's pretty, and people can get annoyed at that or not, but that is where things should feel more paid to win. If anything, it should be cosmetics. Totally not against that at all. Yeah, gotta show off shiny stuff. What do we got here? Oh, I was in the middle of farming Brave Conquest and I never finished. Oh, this is the free-to-play. No! I did not do much for that Brave Conquest, apparently. That is gonna hurt. I missed a bunch of shards. Ouch. Summoning. At least I have a little bit. Oops. Okay, let's go on to our dev insights. These are a lot shorter this time around. Let me switch it to the zoomed in version. Okay, here we go. So Dev Insights has always been an important bridge for us to directly communicate with players. We have sincerely realized that the past Q&As may not fully meet players' expectations. Thus, when we now completely upgrade this section, okay, you guys noticed that we stopped reading all of them because they all were random and you repeated yourself. Maybe they watched my videos and were like, oh, she's not even reading them all. Maybe we should make this more impactful. Now we're gonna read them all because there's not that many. From now on, our dev team will reply to your questions with even more dedication and details. Every feedback from you becomes our motivation to continuously improve the game. In this edition, we have carefully selected questions that are of concern to most players, and the dev team have already prepared detailed answers to them. Check below. All right, so question 1. Could you please rework or fix how ongoing buff works? Like a buff like Sadie's damage reduction that are only effective when the hero's on the field. Currently, those are pretty short duration buffs, which are constantly refreshing every X seconds. However, there's a slight delay in between activations, making the buff disappear for a few frames. And if you get hit during that time, your heroes may die because they aren't under a buff. It's really annoying against several bosses having your heroes die when they shouldn't, because they just happen to take damage before the buff gets reapplied. So they reply stating, "Thank you for your feedback. We'll continue checking everyone's feedback and data reports. Game logic will be improved to avoid situations like this. It's expected to be implemented in the future versions, so stay tuned." So improving the game logic for continuing a buff that's already there when you're like reapplying it. That would be good. All right, simple, but I like it. Question 2. Literally fixed my arena team auto yesterday. It's broken again today. Please fix this. It's been an issue for months. It's been reported numerous times. They said, "Thank you for the feedback. We've noticed that sometimes auto fight doesn't work properly. We're working on a solution. This issue will be fixed in upcoming versions." Yeah, I would definitely say, I don't know if it's fixed or not, but Dao Chan never changed forms for me when I first started using her in Arena. She just, even though I did choose to have her use Inspiration, she wasn't. So I don't know. I haven't really paid attention much on my free-to-play if that's improved yet, but that would be a good fix for sure. All right, question 3. It's a pain in my heart. Oh, seeing all the effort that goes into these events that we'll likely only see once a year, such as the Li Bu event. Please find a way to recycle the models at least. I suggest introducing Demon Soldier skins. Thanks for your feedback. Events such as the one with Li Bu are thematically focused on intended to bring players a new gaming experience. We want to inform you more contents that are favored by players will be added to the Demon Soldier related modes in the future. So yeah, they added that whole other section to the Demon Soldier battles and I completely forgot to do that. That's a thing. Oh yeah. But I think that whole idea of events and the idea is temporary content, not adding to the daily grind. More things to do daily, more things to do daily or complete. They should feel special. Events should feel unique. Now, they can recycle those types of events and do those same themes again, but I don't think they should necessarily just add every single new, oh, there was this cool new boss, put that into the game every single time. Then we're going to have a Raid Shadow Legends problem where there's way too much content for the average player to do. Just because some people want to spend 16 hours a day with the game open doesn't mean that is the majority of players. It's the majority of the vocal players, the players that are engaged, but that's not the majority of the other millions of players that just want to play a game on their mobile device, because it's a mobile games after all, in between their work hours and family time. So there has to be a balance, and they can't just keep adding things to the game, adding things to the game, adding things to the game, without overwhelming people at the same time. So that's something to consider. All right, question 4. Put Eliza, Ibiza, and Rourke as epic lords that can be achieved in Ancestral Evocation, please. Oh, yeah. We can't pull them. I didn't even realize we can't pull Eliza. You could pull Ibizu, can't you? Pretty sure I saw her there. Maybe not. We will add heroes to the ancient summoning pool during the version updates in April. So that was very direct. I like it. All right, this one is a different language. So let me copy the Cyrillic into a little translator here. Bruh, I just copied the wrong thing. Okay, copy. So this says, roughly translated, it's Google after all. Dear developers, I like the idea of changing the background music. It was done very well. I've wanted it for a long time, but I have one request. Can you add more music? I would like to hear even more Chinese instrumental music. Thank you very much in advance. That's true, like how they had the different sounds for the events. It would be nice to just change the camp music. So thank you for your feedback. Camp music is now able to switch between 4 selections. We hope to we will gradually plan to make more music. We hope our new music will bring even better gaming experience. Stay tuned for more added music. So if you wonder why content creators don't play the audio in these games half the time, unfortunately Watcher is guilty of one issue, and that is copyright. So if you play Tide, that rock music that's super intense is copywritten. Whenever they have events, they're copywritten. Half the summoning animations, Dahlia, I'm sure others I don't even want to know because I stopped playing them, are copywritten. And when there are special YouTube videos giving us teasers, copyrights. So we can't even play music and bring you the proper experience because we have... By copywritten, I don't mean we get strikes on our channel, but I do mean we can't monetize the videos. So it's like, if we want to have music that's in the game playing most of the time, we would get demonetized for all of our video content, which this is my job. I can't do that. So I don't know. I don't think it's something that can change. So unfortunately, if you guys are following content creators and you're wondering why, that's probably just going to be the way it is because we need to be able to monetize our videos at the end of the day. Or, yeah, we can't just do this for fun. Not everyone is rich with a normal job. This is our normal job for some of us, right? Okay. Can you also give us updates on future content or roadmap, perhaps? The game is starting to feel pretty stale. I know there were issues with the US Player App Store, but it'd be nice now that that's cleared up to give us some insight into proper new content coming to the game and not just new maps for new season. They did. That was the dev interview. So this is probably someone that did not see that dev interview. We have a whole new faction coming with heroes that are movable. We have new difficulties and guild bosses. We have a tower mode coming. We have new arena, live arena. There's a lot of stuff coming. So for the time being, we've scheduled specific content to be released within the next week. There are potential future content for the game. For a precise publication time, keep an eye on in-game notifications. So this is just a very vague reply, but this sounds like a person that has not been aware of that developer interview with War Guides, where there was a lot of stuff released, and there is a big teaser for the roadmap for next year. So if this was your question and you're watching this video, go to War Guide's channel and go watch his developer interview, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. All right, question 7. Would it be so terribly hard to add a pity counters in the pull history info? Sick of having to count 10 pulls. So we have scheduled the implementation of a counter of pity timer. It will be introduced to players after sufficient testing. Please stay tuned. There we go. There's the answer. It's coming. All right, and now bring back Tireless Raider events. We expect to introduce that by the end of March, which they just did with the Gear Raid 3. So that did just happen. Or it's still happening. I think it just ended, right? All right, and then please buy more skins in the shop. Would love to see Idril's skin there. We now rotate different sets of skin for players. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to pop in there. For sure, for sure. It's so funny. Idril's skin is probably just like Link's. Some people hate it with a passion, and other people love it because it's different. So that's a funny one. I see a lot of people asking for Idril's skin, but I also know that there's a huge variety of players that think it looked not the best. Alrighty. Okay, guys, that is the update. I hope this was a fun update video for you guys to see what's going on in Watcher of Realms. And I'll see you in the next video. Maybe even a live stream this weekend? We will see. Actually, yes, let's do it. Summoning party for this. We're gonna do Friday summoning party. I think that's gonna be highly sought after, so let's do it. Summoning party, I will post the exact time also in my Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you should join my Discord, my community one, because I have a section. Sign up for summons. Let's do a summoning party.